how's it going, guys? Junior here with NA Mustangs, bringing back another video. Got Alex here. A lot of people have been asking for an actual drive on the 67, so today Alex is gonna take us for a ride on the 67, and we'll do a walk around once we get somewhere, show you the inside. The interior is all done. Pretty much what the car is pretty much done, other than little things.
Yeah, I mean, at this point I think it's about 96% done. There's a couple of things here and there, but pretty much. So project cars are never done though until you sell them, so it's not done. But there's a few things I do have to do to say it's completely done where I don't need to do anything. So but we'll touch on those, I guess.
So yeah, so we're gonna go for a ride. We're testing out some new mics, so hopefully the content's a little better now. We're gonna get the sound of the Roots blower on this thing because this thing is boosted, and you know, we'll pop the hood and something, we'll park somewhere, show you guys, but we'll just do like a little cruise and go from there. All right, so we're going around the block. We're gonna go to a spot to park and stuff, but just wanted to show, you know, once the car is running. Of course, he's got the really nice odometer gauges everywhere. After ratio is doing great. If you guys watched the console video, he has his Tech little controller in there, which came out really nice. Check out the cup holders lit up, and there's one in the back as well. You know, this car, I remember when he first started doing it, I mean, I had a visualization, I'm sure he did too, of how it was gonna look, but it's definitely exceeded at least mine as well. This thing is just nice. There's the boost gauge. And it barely even hit boost. Yeah, go to the, can we get in the other one? We're gonna sink into a place that we're not supposed to. It's a whole experience driving these cars. If you guys ever get the opportunity to drive or ride, I mean, even if it's a Fox body, but especially 60s type of car, it's a whole different driving experience. I mean, this car is, I'm sure it's really fast. But even if you don't have horsepower, he used to daily it with just the, what was it, 302?
289.
289.
Actually, we might not be able to get in here.
Darn it.
Unless you want to move that thing.
I feel like that's doing too much. We can go over there. Okay. Because much as our luck, we'll get in trouble.
It had a 289 that well, when I bought it, had a 289. The half of the engine was in the trunk, so, and then I put a used 302 that ran. I mean, I had it running for a long time, but the heads ended up being cracked, probably from being overheated so many times or something. So I put the heads from the 289 on it and ran it for years. I mean, I think I drove the car for 5 years as my daily driver, and then it was still kind of overheat when it was really hot outside and I was in traffic. The temperature will climb. Not like crazy, but it would climb. And at some point I took off the timing cover and water pump, and one of the passages had a bunch of white stuff. I think someone had put some of that stop leak in, you know, head gasket stop leak in that engine at some point, and it clogged the inlet in one of the water pump sides. So so I fixed that, and I ran it. But the point was, really what started my whole thing with this car was I was at work and I opened the hood. I went to close it and one of the hinges broke, so the hood was just popped up. So I took the hood off, drove it like that for, I don't know, probably like 6 months. And then at that point I had bought a new engine, you know, new long block, I guess reman, but you know, they're reman, everything new. And so then I was like, well, I'm gonna put that engine in. And then the doors always had dents on them, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna order new doors. And
it snowballed from there.
And I pulled the engine, and then I ordered the doors, and then at that point it just kind of turned into, you know what, well, I have the doors, I'm gonna do the fenders. You know what, it had a very little bit of rust on the floorboards, but I was like, I'm gonna do the floorboards here. I did the package tray, so that's the little area between the back window and the trunk. There was some rust right at the window in the corner, so I put that one new. I put a new tail light piece because it was rusted on top, and then, you know, it turned into all this. So I ordered, you know, I was working on it little by little, because at that point, I was working, not making, well, you know, not like I make a lot more now, but you know, I was buying parts little by little, and so it was one of those things where I just parked it, you know, took insurance off, and just figured, well, it's gonna be years, so I just ordered parts as I went. I got parts on sale here and there, like the body kit. I kept wanting it. It was, at the time, it was like $3,000 to get one, $2,800 from eBay. And out of the blue, I found a kit, like it came up for $1,700. So that was $1,000 off. I have no idea what they go for now, but
inflation, especially now that you can build them.
I was like, you know what, I ordered it, you know, I put it on my credit card and paid it off over time, and, you know, stacked it in the garage. And so that's why it took about 11 years for this car to be done, because, you know, buying parts gets expensive, and, you know, when you're trying to save little by little, it just takes time, and you can't do a lot of work without some parts. So, you know, I bought the gauges, like I bought, you know, one at a time here and there. I had to order these, and, you know, same thing, like that took time. You know, I bought the gas pedal, like that thing was, I could have probably used the factory one, but this thing, I bought it. It's pretty nice, low car one, and adjustable and everything. The transmission, I ended up going with an overdrive tranny, so I bought that, saved up and bought it. And the rear end, it's a 9-inch, built 9-inch, so I bought that. Like, it just, you know, little by little. I wanted some nice different wheels, so I ordered these at one point, got these ordered, you know, put them in the garage. Like, it was just a lot of things that I had, and it took a long time. But I also didn't want to rush it, because, you know, I figured if I rush it, I'm gonna say, man, I should have done this, which I still say that now with, you know, having the Coyote engines and everything like that. I'm like, man, I should have waited and put a Coyote on it, put a different front suspension, because I did different front suspension on it. But it's just things that, yeah, like now I think differently, but I wouldn't, at this point, I wouldn't change this car, because all the work and everything, it just wouldn't be worth to pull this engine and put something different. I will start with the new one. But let's check out under the hood so we can show what it looks like everywhere. I mean, this is the interior. I am still not done, actually, because this is the factory interior. I redid it, you know, probably like 14 years ago. So I bought all this upholstery new, and I did the seats, and I wanted to do the nicer TMI upholstery that has kind of like a center console back here. The seats have nicer bolsters, but I couldn't bring myself to spend another $2,000 to $3,000 when all this upholstery is really nice. I mean, it's not ripped or anything. So my point of what I thought was, I'll put this back in here. I used the same carpet I had, because I had bought it new, and I'll use it for probably another 5 years or so. And then once these seats start showing some sign of wear or ripping, then I'll order a TMI kit, which at that point the interior will be complete. I did get the headliner from them, because I had done the regular with the bulbs on there, and it came out good. But you know, that one is lower. This one just looks so much nicer all around. I think I'm gonna go back and put maybe a couple screws on these panels here, which they're supposed to tuck under the seal for the glass, but maybe just put like one little screw somewhere. But it looks nice with these pillars and everything matching. It's suede. I haven't ordered the sun visors that match, but I may just, you know, for now I might put the old ones back, because those were brand new when I bought them too. So, you know, these sun visors, if you get the suede ones, they're about $200. So it's not a lot, but it adds up, you know, when you're especially I have other projects and other things, and So you know that, but this is the interior. You know, you guys saw the video of the console. I do need to order material for this lid because I do not like this red. Well, it looks purple color. It was supposed to be red, so I'm just gonna get black so it matches. But overall, this was the last piece in here. It came out super nice.
It really did.
I really did like the way it looks. You know, handbrake, shifter. You know, this piece here, everything looked good here.
The aluminum.
This, you know, this finish just looks nice. So yeah, I mean, AC and everything works on this car. You know, I bought the classic auto air, really good company for air conditioner. If I do air conditioning on the Challenger, it's going to be through them because their system is just so nice. You know, it keeps the original controllers on this year car anyways, and it tucks underneath. I mean, really, you wouldn't know you have aftermarket air conditioner, except it works really nice. So other than that, I mean, you know, I got MSD in here, so Holley products, weigh-in, supercharger, and we'll go check that out next, which, you know, it's also a Holley product. And, you know, same with that, I bought it a long time ago. I bought aluminum heads for this engine, so once I bought the engine, I bought aluminum heads and put them on there. Those are Edelbrock Performer, I think. And so it's just, it took a long time. So let's go check out the outside. All right, so this is it. So talking a little bit about, is this one? Mm-hmm. Talking a little bit about what's left to do is, you know, I have my harness here, which I need to still wrap it, make it look nice. Just this little area. All the other wiring on the car, like lighting and everything, went under the fender, so you don't see a lot of the wiring other than coming off the FI Tech here on the back, and then really just going to the coil over here. And so I just need to finish that here under the hood. You did see the video on the grill, so that one's pretty much done for now. It looks pretty good. I do need to finish the washer fluid. There's a bag that goes here with the hose, so I need to finish that. Little bit of things here, but overall, and then finish hooking up the nitrous solenoids. So these have to be hooked up, also hooked up with the FI Tech controller, so it will control all of that. So but overall, I mean, it, you know, it's got the 302. This is a high output 302. It's from like a 91 Mustang GT. It has the aluminum heads, the Edelbrock Performer, the force induction, weigh-in supercharger. This is a, I think 174, 274, something like that. It's not like a huge one, but I don't know. It has the classic auto air conditioner, so it does have power brakes. I did convert to power brakes, and I believe these were lead brakes, same as I got for the other car. I do have manual steering, but I do have a Flaming River gearbox for the steering, which makes it lighter than the original one was. And, you know, just kind of your basic ceramic lung tubes, aluminum radiator with electric fans, MSD distributor and all that good stuff. Optima battery, huge shout out to their stuff. MSD alternator, which puts out a little bit more amperage than factory ones. And that's pretty much kind of in a nutshell what's under here. A lot of different things for, you know, cooling and stuff. So different cooler for the transmission and everything. And then
oil coolers on the bottom.
I did put the oil cooler. There's a video on that too. This is Evo Energy case, so not something fancy, but it worked out pretty nice. These are, I believe, KYB shocks all the way around. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's just, you know, it takes time, but I'm happy with the result. It looks really nice. You know, car turns head. I mean, turns heads everywhere it is. It is a nice build, really. You know, even just buying all the little lights, everything adds up, and it takes time to figure out how to mount them and everything. The lights, it's just overall, right, it takes time. I did mold the body kit, so if you see a lot of these cars, you see them, you know, people leave them kind of where, like, the fenders and the skirts are, you can tell where they were kind of on there. I molded everything, and that took a lot of time for the body work. But I'm really happy with it. I mean, this car looks pretty straight. I'm not gonna say it's the perfect but really for being something I did at home, it's really nice and straight. I spent a lot of time with the block sanding and sanding and sanding. So, you know, everything, this brakes on the back. I did even the trunk here. And this was just more for looks, but I did this whole covers and everything. There's videos and all that. Sound system, just, I like, it's not like the most expensive, the nicest sound system, but it is a nice sound system. Sounds decent. It was on a budget. I do have the nitrous. I still have to paint this, which I'm gonna be doing here soon, hopefully. So that's another thing that I have to finish. And I did leave a little button here so I can put lights here on the trunk, so I could just turn that button, and I need to buy the lights, but that way there's lights back here. So I did buy the new chrome here, has new bumper, gas cover, all that stuff. So it just overall just different things, new seals on all the lights.
Sequential LEDs.
I did buy the sequential LED tail lights. So new lenses and everything with the kit. So it's just, and there's a lot of things that go into building a car, but I love to drive this car. I mean, I take it out on the weekend, I take it out in the morning and just go for a drive for a half an hour. And it feels great, it makes me feel better and just puts me in a better mood. And it just runs good. I mean, since the moment I actually got the engine started to now, I haven't really have to mess with anything in the engine. It runs really nice. Other than, I think I adjusted the timing slightly, and I've been messing with the fuel injection, trying to get it optimized. It's driven really nice. It runs really good. So really happy. I'm happy with the way the paint came out. I never buffed it, which it can use a little bit of a buff, but man, it came out so good that I left it so far, because I mean, you can still see your reflection on it. It has very, very little orange peel on it. There's a few dust nibs that I got painted in the garage, but I almost don't want to spend like 3 days buffing it where it's not going to make that big of a difference, to me anyway. So especially with all these little pieces I would have to buff, it's just going to be crazy. But let's get on it. Let's go for another drive, so you guys can just kind of come with us. And that's it. I don't know what else I can go over. I mean, there's pretty much videos on me doing a lot of work on this car throughout the years, and so pretty much everything has been documented at one point or another. So it's just been a long build, but I wish I could say this was a 1 year of the making. Maybe if I had all the funds and the time, definitely I could have built it in maybe a year or two. But I'm sure most of you guys understand out there that you have to save up money and do things when you have time, when you have the funds, and that's just how it goes. I'm not fortunate to just be able to say, hey, I can spend $40,000 this week and buy everything. But over the time, yeah, I don't know if I spend that much, but who cares? It's cool, right? So anyways, let's go for a ride and have some fun. All right, we're just gonna go for a short drive. We do have lights, so no problem there. And I know that if I do the brights, I think I have the other fog lights. I don't know how I wired it, but
it gets brighter.
It does get brighter. Everything on this car works really nice. Everything works, period, I guess. Yeah. That's the biggest takeaway. But I did spend a lot of time. I mean, it has new harness and everything, and just overall everything feels good. Everything drives good. So it drives straight. I actually work about an hour away each way, and I taken it to my work a lot of times. And now that I painted and everything, I taken it a couple times, and it's nice. Like in the summer when it was hot, I would just turn my AC on my way home. It's mostly highway, but if I'm going like 65, it's probably going about 75 with traffic. And I mean, it's great. Air conditioner's cold, and obviously honestly, with old cars, I will say, like the seals on the windows, I didn't put them new. I had put them new back, I don't know, 15 years ago. So it you know, has a little bit wind that blows, not crazy, but I'm sure if I spend money and put new ones again, it'll probably be good. But I mean, they're not bad. It's just they're not brand new. So, but overall, everything's been driving good, running good. So, super happy with the way it's turned out. And you know, I'll still have to finish a few things, but hopefully this year maybe we'll go to a couple of shows and take it and just, you know, I'm not a big car show kind of person because
it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, I just, man, I hate to like go early. You get there like 9-10 o'clock and you park and then you just sit there for, you know, 4 or 5 hours. And don't get me wrong, I like to go check out the other cars and talk to people, but you know, 5 hours, I mean, you go check out the other cars and you're like, all right, you know, now what? and that's why honestly I think that's why we don't do a lot of shows, is just because I don't know,
and we also gotta pay to be there sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, and besides that, it's just, man, spending 5 hours just sitting there in a chair, and
especially when it's hot.
I mean, you guys seen the videos of going to like the races, the all-out call-out, and it's kind of cool, but man, like you get there at like 10 o'clock and then you're really waiting till like 4 before you run. And obviously I didn't have a fast car, so I only run once, and then that's it. So you're just sitting around for 6 hours for, you know, 14-second run. And I mean, it's cool. Like, it's cool. It's nice to spend time with, you know, family, friends. I took my son last time. He really enjoyed it, but it's just like, man, I wish I could just, you know, do more runs or whatever. And so that's kind of why car shows, we don't do that many car shows, but I think maybe hopefully this year we'll hit up a couple of them.
What do you think about the Mustang show at the Pyramid? Although it's in Uptown now in May. We'll
have to check. I mean, maybe, you know, I know for sure I wanted to do the late model restoration cruise-in. I don't think I'll take this car there, but you know, that's different because you travel there. There's a lot more cars, but
there's more things going on too.
They also have like the racing and stuff. Maybe do like one of those big car shows somewhere out of state. We don't have that big of car shows here, so we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, overall the car runs great. Cruise is good. You know, I love driving it. Yes, it's a little bit different. It's more hands-on. You know, steering's not super light, but it's fun. So it's cool to have an old classic car and really drive it. I could never just, you know, put in a trailer and take it somewhere. I mean, I spend that much time working on this car. I'm gonna make sure I drive it. Like we were looking earlier, already have 2 rock chips on it. Yeah, that sucks, but you know what, that's cool with me because I'm driving it, I'm enjoying it. All that work, it's worth it. So
they're meant to be driven. I mean, it's cool to have them really pretty. Like I'm one that I'm kind of OCD, like the Roush has rock chips too, and he mentioned he has 2, and I have, like, we're gonna respray the bumper and the hood on the Roush, but that's for another event that you guys will see soon. But to me, I'm a little OCD, but at the same time, when I drive it like to work, like he said, he drives his to work, just seeing people see it and enjoy it, like, you're like, you know what, okay, fine, that chip isn't that big a deal. I'm enjoying it, and seeing people like enjoy it and appreciate it is a whole other experience too.
And just the joy of driving it. I do have to install my horns because I love to hit the horn and I can't. So I have to install those too. Actually, I found one, but I'm probably just gonna order a new one, so I don't have a horn. So,
he does love his horn.
Anyways, I think that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this little bit driving around, showing you the car. There's gonna be a few other videos coming up, finishing some things, but overall, I mean, this car is pretty much at the point where I'm just gonna be enjoying it. So Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. Subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.
Peace, guys.